To introduce the dynamics of the CivilMotion Mutcd sign symbols, we will use the AutoCAD Civil 3D environment. The MUTC symbols are fully capable of working both with AutoCAD or Civil 3D utilizing the insert command and coming up to our dialog and browsing to our various directories for our information. Here you can see we have our destination distance, route markers, regulatory signs, warning signs, school signs. Just popping in there and pulling up one of the blocks, you can see that we have S1, we have a speed limit S45, etc. So there are 830 some signs that have been created for the technician to utilize in here. All of these signs are dynamic in nature. We're not going to utilize this to bring in our information. What we're going to do is we're going to slip over here to the CMI Standards Manager, in which its panel has now come up. And we're going to go in and set a current standard. You can have multiple standards in here. They can pop up underneath this database in here. But we're going to stick with the MUTCD, which follows the National CAD Standard 4.0. This gives multiple choices for the technician and allows for consistency. It puts the sign on a particular layer, and it also adds capabilities where you can scale it on the fly or allows for multiple insertions of one particular symbol. Like, for example, these symbols over here, if you have multiple arrows that you want to place in there, you can just continuously repeat through it. We're going to select OK here. Then we're going to go up and we're going to insert symbols under this. You can see that we have multiple symbols in our palette. A little bit easier to read than the insert dialog. And we can go on down through here and look at various things for your symbols, etc. Here's all of the group names for the information symbols, regulatory signs, warning signs. As we pop through, we can look at each one of these things very quickly. So we're going to go back up to the destination distance and utilize this D12A sign right here. And the reason we're going to utilize that sign is because we want to demonstrate a little bit more functionality than many of the signs have. All right, let's set that in here. And we'll go up here and we'll change the name of this to a little bit longer name, because we'll call it San Antonio. We'll change this over to 160 miles for a little realism here. Put this on the Bville. And this one's be about 130 miles. Notice that we have a station and the alignment name associated there. Right now we have to manually input that in there, but hopefully in the future we will be able to, with the Standards Manager, we'll be able to grab those hooks and automatically place it along our alignment and have the station and the alignment associated in the attributes. We have 16 different attributes available. We didn't take any of them away because we did not know whether or not you as a user would want to have and add information there. So we left them there for that purpose. Select OK. The signs there, we'll zoom up on this thing. And you can see that we have multiple things going on here at once. We'll select the sign. And you can see that there are multiple grips available for us. These are dynamic grips that have been added to the sign. One of the first ones that you probably want to look at in there is, let's say we want to rotate this arrow and set the direction on that arrow to be a little bit different. Or this one here. We wanted to set that to go off to the right a little bit. We've got a situation where this text in here is a little crammed up. We got to pull it out. So let's pull that out that way, and let's pull this one out this way. And you can see that we have modified that sign to where it's presentable now. In terms of if you're traveling from north to south in your vehicle or on your signage map, so to speak, you might want to flip this sign around to meet that direction. Okay, so very quickly, if your street is running from north to south or whatever in this particular instance, you can just quickly flip the sign and change it. One of the other things you can do with this too is that we have our attributes here, and we're going to just go up in here and drag this out on midpoint, and you can see we can move that attribute wherever we want without affecting our sign. We are able to turn off that attribute. So we can go down here and off color and pull that attribute off. So all of a sudden our sign doesn't have it. It's still there, that's not missing. Likewise, our signs in color, so we can have our counterpart in black and white as well. As we sit in here, we also could turn off the attribute tags on the black and white. We can also grab this sign and globally rotate it and fit it perpendicular to a road or whatever so that it's placed in there easily. If you'll note, when that happened, as well did the attributes also change. So everything modifies in there. The signs, most of all the signs are set up in this, all the signs are set up in the same manner. All of them will have a visibility grip. All of them will have the flip grip one way or another. And all of them will have the capabilities of attributes as well as a global rotation. That's standard on every sign.